Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and I'm that healing girl. And today we're going to be having a pick a card reading, talking about the energies of Mercury in retrograde and its shadow and shade periods. The shadow period being the period preceding it, and the shade period being the period following Mercury retrograde itself. So the shadow period is going to be starting on July 16th, and it's going to end on August 4th. And the Mercury retrograde proper is going to begin on August 5th and end on August 28th. And then a shade period is going to start from the 29th to the September 11th, from August 29th to September 11th. And so Mercury retrograde is not necessarily like this hard cut date where it starts on the 5th, boom, like every day before and after that day somehow doesn't count. No, there's actual gradual period building up to it that will intensify with the normal things that we associate with Mercury retrograde, such as, you know, electronics failing, relationship mix-ups, communication mix-ups, things like that can happen. This Mercury retrograde is going to be happening within Leo season, so there might be a lot of like image challenges to face. The way we perceive ourselves, the way others perceive us could take a little bit of a dent or a hit at this time, but we'll see what the cards bring up. So yes, as always, this is a timeless reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, trusting that you're exactly where you need to be in this moment. And so let's begin without further ado. We have pile number 1 with this clear quartz crystal, with this optical calcite, pile number 2, and with this really yummy spiritual Orlite 21, we have pile number 3. So let's see what happens. Let's get into it. Okay, pile number 1 with this lovely clear quartz crystal. Let's see what we have. Let's do the tarot first. So I picked 3 tarot cards this time. See, we have 4 of Cups reversed, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Tower reversed. So, I'm going to put these oracle cards over here. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is an energy of what comes up and what goes down. And so, you know, life has cycles. We're on the up on some of these cycles, we're on the down. With this upright, this upturn is going to be in your favor. With this Tower reversed, there might have been a little bit of upheaval before we got to that point. So I really think that, and with this 4 of Cups energy right now, just right off the bat, I'm getting an energy of perhaps you haven't been taking as good care of yourself. Maybe you are sort of in a period where you're stagnating. You had all these habits and all these things that you were going to do to improve your life, and you've sort of maybe fallen back into bad habits or just more of a complacent way of being. And yeah, I think that you're just not exactly excited right now. You're sort of living life going through the motions, and it's not bringing you as much joy. So that this could be with a job, or it could be with a person. And so, yeah, with this Wheel of Fortune cycling up, things are either going your way or they're going to go your way. But you're feeling just like this general all over malaise. And so I feel like with the Tower card, you're needing to shake things up a little bit. And it's crazy because I'm getting this, the aspect of this app that I use called Finch. And no, I don't have a news channel, so I don't have any kind of affiliation with them or anything, but just friends have recommended this app to me, and it really just has, I have all these goals And a lot of the habits I hit, but this app kind of really just recycled and refreshed, I guess I should say, my viewpoint. It changed my perception of the habits, and it gave them a fresher vibe. And so this Wheel of Fortune energy, I feel, is also the flow of, sometimes we're extremely happy about our life, and other times we're just meh. And with this, I'm getting you're just meh. It's like nothing terrible is happening to you or anything like that. Even though this Tower card is reversed, like I don't feel like anything bad is happening, but with this Tower card there's kind of a resistance towards some of the things you could do to change your perspective. And with this Wheel of Fortune, with a wheel, when it goes up and goes down, if you were to imagine the wheel from the perspective of you riding the wheel, right? There would be times when you were upside down, there would be times when you were right side up, and things would be interesting. And so there would be a change of relation to the way you view your everyday life. Let's look at these cards to get a little bit more clarity. Yeah, detoxification. Cleansing, I will never change, is a trigger statement. True statement, each moment. In each moment, I am a new me. Yes. You're being asked to, like this Mercury retrograde is going to change, it's going to shake up a lot of your routines that you normally do. Like, let's say you wake up, you get your coffee, you maybe go to the gym, maybe you go to work. There's like this rote feeling to your whole life. You get home, maybe you scroll through social media, or you watch a show, or you binge Netflix. There's nothing new and exciting. If this is a relationship, it's become sort of blasé and sort of like, things aren't as spicy, as steamy as they used to be. It's just become routine. And this is an invitation, this Mercury retrograde, to shake up your routines. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the support and love of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. If you have been sort of like your routine is that you're sort of running this rat race, then maybe this surrendering to support and love and nurturing, I feel like this is, for some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, this is a relationship that's gone a bit stale. There's potential. It's not like it's going to fall apart or anything. It's just boring at the moment. Ruby. And ruby is a stone of vitality. And I think with this Mercury retrograde, because you definitely want to do anything too drastic or new, this is more about reviewing the things you could do to make things more exciting. You don't necessarily have to do them during Mercury retrograde. In fact, I recommend you don't do anything super new during Mercury retrograde, because it tends to like not work out as much. However, if you go into it with a playful attitude and you don't care whether it works out, like say if you're working with your partner or going to try and date someone new, and you're just doing it to, you're meeting someone new to explore life, or you're trying something interesting with your partner that you haven't tried before just because you want to see if it will work, that's great. But with Mercury retro, just be open to the possibility that it may or may not work, and it may all be about the learning process. For some of you, this can be a job that you're stuck in and that you want to leave. And that you just feel like you will never be who you truly are meant to be. Review that during Mercury retrograde. Don't do anything drastic till after retrograde. I recommend waiting until the shadow period is over on September 11th, but if you can't do that, then at least don't do anything between the 5th and the 28th. Use that as a review period. The thing about Mercury retrograde is it's kind of like, it's kind of like that that episode that you watch when you binge a show where it's kind of like getting you up to speed about everything that happened so far. That's what Mercury retrograde is for you, for people. No pressure to actually make any changes at the moment, but you can lean into habits that have always served you. But the thing is, a lot of the things aren't, you need to rediscover what works for you and what still holds meaning to you, what's still exciting to you, and what's not. Maybe after Mercury retrograde is over, you release it. Or maybe if it's a really powerful feeling, you release it during Mercury retrograde and it stays gone. Some things might even just fall out of your life that are no longer who you are at the moment. Maybe you, let's say maybe you joined a club or you did something and at one time it brought you a lot of fulfillment, and now it's just not. Maybe the people that you used to hang out with left and a new group of people came in, and now you're just feeling blasé. With this Ruby card, I'm just going to read this Ruby card because Ruby is about revitalizing yourself. It's like garnet. It's a very strong energy. Oh, and for some of you, this is coming in strong as a love match that is needing to be rekindled. Your passion for someone you love is being rekindled, and you will soon find yourself glowing with a newfound sense of joy and wonder for life. If you find yourself reflecting on all the blessings and precious moments derived from the beautiful relationship, you realize that bad times are easily forgotten, yet precious memories of love live forever. Love is an ocean which forever ebbs and flows. At times a raging sea, at times a tranquil calm. That is this Wheel of Fortune card. At times your love is, what you love to do, like your job or anything, but I feel like this might be even stronger relationship. At times your love is flowing and beautiful and raging and furious and passionate, and at times it's just quiet and, you're watching Netflix with your socks tangled in each other's socks, chilling on the couch. So that is this energy, and I feel like you definitely want to shake things up, and you're looking for ways in order to do that. And for some of you, this is a job or a routine that can use a rehaul or a reshape. For some of you, yeah, it's definitely habits and routines. I'm getting strong habits and routines that can be changed or shaken up. But with this card right here, surrender to receiving support and love, strong romantic relationship vibes. And so with this happening in Leo, which is, Leo's all about passion and self-love and boundaries and everything, you're discovering what you want out of the relationship, and not just what you want, what you both want. And you can examine that, and you can put some effort into talking with your partner and finding out what exactly it is that you both want, how you can recharge the situation, because I definitely think this is just a lull in the relationship, or what it is that you're doing, and that with a little bit of this ruby energy, you can bring back the passion, the joy de vivre, so to speak, joy of life. Yeah. Pile number 1. You're wanting to bring back the passion in a relationship, or you're wanting to bring back the joy. And one of the main things you can do is to cherish the little things. You can even start like a little list and write down all of the things you appreciate about your life and or relationship. And then write down all the things that you don't necessarily find to be of value, and figure out during Mercury retro how that restructuring might look to make more of those joyous things come through. And then once Mercury retro is ended, look for ways to put those things into action, those ideas into action. And that's all that I have for you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see. We have this lovely optical calcite. Optical calcite is a crystal for organization and clearing. So let's see what comes up. The Devil, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. And we know the Devil is a card, again, that speaks to influences or habits that we can find inhibiting, right? Some of them might not even be bad necessarily, but just that things have become less moderate than we need to. So maybe some of your habits have gotten out of control, or maybe you are indulging in things that aren't the best for your growth at this time. And with the Queen of Cups in reverse, these actions are having a toll, or they're enacting a toll, bringing a toll on your emotional health. So whatever these habits are, and the Devil has come up a lot in some various readings, so I think it's a strong vibe at the moment to really transform. And especially in Mercury Retrograde, which is happening in Leo season. Leo season has a lot to do with your self-image and your self-worth. And a lot of these habits and things might be things that actually impact your image. So maybe it's like you want to be healthy. Maybe for some of you it is you want to change your appearance. I'm getting a strong vibe of wanting to change your appearance. For others of you, it's like things like drinking or drugs or something like that. Maybe you like it's impacting your work and or school life. And you might be coming into work smelling, like you just got high 2 seconds ago, or just things that necessarily aren't the best interests of you if you want to move up in your career. And for some of you, I think this is because you are processing with this King of Cups in reverse, you're processing some kind of a heartbreak. So it might be, and usually this is a male figure, but it could be somebody with masculine energy as well. It could be any gender. But this could be like father wounds, or somebody that you respected like a father figure who hurt you, or it could be a more mature lover. And maybe there's like a May-December age gap, and this person who's either masculine or has masculine energy has hurt you a lot, and now you're emotionally feeling distraught and unbalanced with this Queen of Cups energy, and that has sparked some of these drinking and overeating and indulging in ice cream and French fries every night with a side of wine, things like that. And no judgment. Sometimes we all need to be comforted by our favorite foods, or even by our favorite coping mechanisms. But you can only stay in that energy for so long. Let's see. Oh, grounding. I am somewhere else is the trigger statement. True statement, I am here right now. Everything is perfect. Allow your energy to shift to the material plane where it is needed to help you complete what you have set out to do. Yes. Some of these things that are getting in the way, and I feel for some of you strongly it's substances, food, drink, alcohol, just an overindulgence in them at the moment because of this heartbreak situation, and you need to ground yourself. Because these habits are getting in the way of your well-being, and they're getting in the way of things like your job and your friends and family and things like that, and the life that you've created for yourself. Let's see what this is. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Yeah. This King of Cups reverse energy. This King of Cups reverse energy was definitely a masculine being. They broke your heart. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and surrounded by positive people. Yes. You, for some of you, this is a father figure or an uncle or somebody that you respected. But for others of you, it's a romantic relationship that I'm getting strong May December vibes too. They might have been older than you. You looked up to them and they broke your heart. They weren't good for you. Yeah, you want to ground. This person is, it might have been, they knew what they were doing. Whoever this person is, they had a hold on your heart and they knew it. I'm sorry, pile number 2. That must have been very painful. Yeah. Surrender unhealthy relationship. Let's see. Kyanite. Kyanite. So this is very Mercury retro. First off, it's blue kyanite. And Mercury retrograde energy affects communication. I just noticed the background of these 2 cards is blue as well. So maybe this person, you weren't able to speak up for yourself. Or they shut you down or whatever. Every time you tried to express your needs. And kyanite is also a crystal that is used to cut energetic cords, especially black kyanite, and to cut all kinds of bad energy out of a situation. Let's see what the kyanite crystal card reads as. Just trying to get to K. Here we go. Intuition, ideas, dreams. Pay attention to your intuition and dreams over the coming days. You're being guided towards deeper spiritual understanding and insight. Through this process, much of which occurs on a subconscious level or in your dream state, a rather ingenious idea will surface that will radically change your views on life. Oh my gosh, I'm already losing my words. So, I think that's a sign that you definitely had some of your self-expression stifled. Anyway, that will radically change your views on life, particularly your career. Kyanite will help to ground this idea as you discover ways of practically applying your idea in everyday work and life. However, do not try to force the process. The idea will surface when you least expect it. Simply relax and allow yourself to be open to new possibilities and insights. Know that they already exist within you as an abstract spiritual form. That card, the meaning of that card, again, maybe you had some wonderful ideas and things that I'm getting like a vibe of. You had all these ideas and dreams and they didn't appreciate them. They put you down. Oh, really? Do you think it wasn't an outright, but it was more underhanded, are you sure that you have all your ducks in a row, or have you really thought this through? It's like little digs to make you doubt yourself, but they didn't go out and say you can't do it, but it was like all of these little passive aggressive things that happened when you tried to bring up the idea. Yeah. So this was, if this breakup hadn't happened already, it's probably going to during the retrograde period. And don't fight that. Let it be what it's going to be. If a relationship is ready to drop out of your life, it will. And there's not a lot you can do about it energetically if it's ready to go. But yeah, self-expression. Whatever this idea is that they did not want you to, or did not believe that you could do, they didn't believe in you. They didn't believe in your potential and your capacity. Whatever this dream and idea is, definitely pursue it. Even if they thought it was never going to work out, you always want to follow your passions and dreams, even if they don't work out, because then you don't have any regrets, pile number 2. And you never want to let anybody else tell you that your dreams aren't valid or aren't viable. You can find out for yourself whether or not they're viable. Your partner should just be there to support you in any way they can and to encourage you in any way they can, even if the dream seems impractical. So, yeah, pile number 2. That's what I have for you. Surrendering unhealthy relationships with this person. And surrendering any of the bad habits that happened because you broke up with this person. Any of the over drinking or substance abusing or any of that kind of thing, because that's stopping you from moving ahead with this dream or idea and with your life, pile number 2. And that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Hello, pile number 3, and I totally said this wrong. It's actually Orlight 23, not 21. Orlight 23, I don't even know where that came from, but I'm already feeling that the Mercury Retrograde energy is going to have strong effects on our communication and how people perceive that communication as to how it reflects to our self-image. So, in other words, they might think we're scattered or not quite bright, or and it's not any of that. It's just Mercury Retrograde is muddling our communication, so maybe we can't get our words out as clear as we normally could. So yes, this is Orlight 23. This is the darker variety. There's really dark inclusions in it. I think during Mercury Retrograde for pile number 3, it's going to be really important to ground, and you may even, I don't know, I'm getting vibes that you might want to check pile number 2's reading for some of you. So let's see. Oh yeah, yep. I think some of you might want to go back to pile number 2. Your creativity is, and your care and nurturing for yourself is not balanced with this Empress card and this Temperance upside down. Temperance card, you have these two cups, and almost like scales are perfectly balanced, and the butterfly is you. And right now these are reversed. And yeah, with the Empress card, normally it's strong feminine energy, and I think that this is the energy of yin versus yang. This is the yin energy is asking you to surrender a lot of the cares of the world. Surrender a lot of those cares. And with the Empress energy, a lot of times it asks you to reconcile two different desperate things. And I think the reconciling two things is referring back to this Temperance card. You are doing quite a bit, and you have been doing quite a bit since the beginning of the year. And I think you might be heading for burnout. Yeah. I'm getting this strong vibes of exhaustion for pile number 3. And I mean, you can't keep this up for forever, pile number 3. At some point, you're going to have to let go and release. And this is going to be hard for you, because I feel like you're the kind of person that does, goes. You eat lunch at your desk, you have that smoothie and coffee, and you are out the door on the way to your work or wherever. And with this World card, all of these things will be successful. All of these things that you're so good at, they'll be successful no matter if you burn yourself out or if you delegate some of these things, balancing out some of the responsibilities of your life to other people. And it's about surrender and relinquishing control. And when you surrender and relinquish that control, you'll find that you have more time and you'll feel more rested. Yeah. And this is also a call for you to put your trust in the universe and know that there's another card deck. The universe has your back. Put your trust in the universe and know that it does have your back, that the universe is here for you. And with this Orlight 23, I'm getting strong vibes that you need to go within to create an inner stillness and center yourself through meditation. See? Frankincense. Enlighten. Trigger statement, I am alone. True statement, I am all that I am one with all that is. Dear child, you are safe and loved as you continue on your journey of self-exploration. Yes. You're safe, you're loved. You can delegate some of these things to people that care about you. You don't have to do it all on your own. Pile number 3. Surrender to creativity. We were talking about that in the beginning. That your creative aspects you're basically all work and no play. Every part of your day might be structured by the minute. Pile number 3 might be a Virgo or Capricorn. And with the full moon in Capricorn that's coming up, the second one, you're being asked to release some of that go, do energy. Let your imagination soar. This card says stay open to all the creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Yes, in this case, I think the creativity is about you solving the problem of how to balance out all of this doing and how to delegate things to people. Frankincense is a essence of clearing, and it's a very spiritual and holy vibe that frankincense gives off. And I think that's the energy of I'm getting this image of the smoke from a frankincense incense flowing up towards the heavens. And that is the energy of you just surrendering the rat race that you have put yourself on. Yeah, you have, and you can get creative about how to do that. I know it seems like you can't drop all of these bags. I'm getting the strong image. There's a song by Erykah Badu called Bag Lady. And in the song, she sings about Bag Lady, when you gonna let the bags go. And all the different kinds of bags and baggage we carry throughout our life that we keep hauling around with us. I think for you, this baggage is simply all the things that you're juggling in your life. You might feel like you have to have every single minute of your day planned out, otherwise it will all fall apart. And like you have to do it all alone. You don't have to do it all alone. Pile number 3, Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is a grounding crystal, and it also is a crystal to denote strength and vitality. You're a very strong person, pile number 3. But it's okay. It's okay to let some of that strength go and to be vulnerable a little bit. Yeah, some of you might want to reference pile number 3, the full moon in Capricorn reading that happened that was released on the 21st, about a day ago, or I should say further into the month of July. So yeah, well, So let's look at this tiger's eye. Oh yes, also known as jasper, hematite, and tiger eye. Mental clarity, grounding, assertiveness, vitality, sexual energy. The peace and mental clarity you seek can only be found by grounding. You extract spiritual ideas and concepts into everyday physical life. That is to bring things back to the basics and honor the fact that you've been blessed with this physical life. Realize that while you are highly spiritual in nature, there is no mistake you are here. As has been so eloquently said by several of our world's greatest teachers, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and as such you are being urged to honor your humanity. You are only human, pile number 3. You can't do all of the things that you have heaped on you without burning out. The tiger iron crystal will ground you, revitalize your sexual energy. Both these qualities are needed in order to be an effective force on earth and to live a fulfilling and inspired life. Remember, spirit is not in the clouds. It's right here in the thick of things that the beauty, majesty, and power of spirit are experienced. And you do not have to run away from the world in order to find peace. For true peace you seek is inside you. The true spiritual master is one who is able to find peace, and even in the midst of turmoil. Oh my gosh, my words keep on being mixed up because even worse than they normally are. If you've been on this channel, I get my tongue tied a lot, but I think that's Mercury Retrograde's energy coming in right now. I may not have the power to change the world, is the affirmation, but I have the power to change my perception of it. This busy work that you're indulging in, pile number 3, might be a way of avoiding feeling things that you should be feeling. I'm getting a strong vibe that you guys should be doing, like, I don't know, painting, yin yoga, something very meditation, of course, but something very quiet and calming. Even if you only have an hour to devote, you need to make time, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Because this constant rat race that you're on is not truly living, it's just existing. And the sooner you drop some of these responsibilities and or delegate some of them, the happier you'll be, the simpler your life will be. And I think that there's a lot of things that will help you with that. Definitely the full moon in Capricorn energy of releasing, and definitely the Mercury retrograde energy of releasing and letting go too. And sometimes Mercury retrograde just drops things out of your life that don't need to be there. It's probably spirit and your guides helping as well. But for you, I think that you need to simplify your life by delegating and not doing all of these things. You're going to burn out, pile number 3, if you don't stop what you're doing. And this is sort of ringing the alarm to that fact. Well, pile number 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. That's all that I have for you today. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content here today. And you can do it. You can do it, pile number 3. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.